Lastly, why should we vote for you?
Great question. For way too long, the big problems in Oregon have been avoided, ignored, and quite frankly made worse in many cases by Governor Brown. And too many people, because of it, have been left out and left behind. And people are hungry for leadership in this state, leadership that is a lot more independent and less partisan, leadership that is more interested in innovative ideas than a particular ideology. And I'll be that governor for all of Oregon, no matter who you are, where you live, who you love, or even how you're registered to vote. And I'll be a governor that will make Oregon proud.
I think it's incredibly important with what's happening at the federal level that we have a governor that we can trust. Someone who's going to say what she's going to do and then deliver on what she says. I have a strong track record of delivering for Oregonians. Proof is in the pudding, both on the Oregon Health Plan, continued funding for over 400,000 Oregonians, and adding 18,000 children to make sure that every single child has access to health care, and of course our transportation package. Our economy is doing extremely well right now. We have the lowest unemployment rate in Oregon history under my administration, but unfortunately there's too many families that are struggling. Too many seniors are worried about losing their homes. That's why it's critically important that we invest in a good education system so that every single student can graduate from high school with a plan for their future and the tools to compete in a global economy. That's why we have to continue to fight to make sure that every Oregonian has access to health care, to ensure that we can all lead healthy and productive lives. And we have to continue to make sure there's good paying jobs in every single community in the state. Sometimes I feel like I'm running against two opponents, candidate Newt Buehler and Representative Newt Buehler. Actions speak louder than words. Candidate Newt Buehler says he supports a woman's right to choose, but when he had an opportunity, he voted no on the very legislation that would ensure that women in this state, regardless of their income, regardless of their zip code, regardless of their immigration status, would have access to the full complement of reproductive health services. Candidate Newt Buehler says that he's pro-environment, but Representative Newt Buehler has an Oregon League of Conservation Voters ranking of an F. We need to use every single tool in the toolbox to tackle global climate change. I'm the only one in this race with a track record of working across the aisle and around the state to deliver for Oregonians.